What up fam, E-Fresh here and I'm back with another video, and today we are back in the world of Destiny 2. In today's video, I'm back. I know I went on a 2-week hiatus. I was just resting, enjoying the game. Everything that I played was fun. I just want to take some time to chill without making a video. And yeah, I'm back, I'm refreshed. And today's video is going to be one I think you will enjoy. This is going to be a video about one of the funnest ad clearing builds I think that currently exists in this game. With that being said, let's get started. Alright, now to start off with this build, the most important part of this is the class item. As you know, we had dual destiny. You can see the video I put up with homie KC. We did about 8-9 runs just so I can finally get the class item that I wanted. I was getting everything, but I would get one perk but not the other, or I'd get reversed, but I never could get the two together, and I finally got it. Those two perks are Spirit of Necrotic and Spirit of Swarm. These are essentially two damage perks put on this, which is why I wanted it. Of course, Necrotic, when you use the melee, it does damage over time. It's basically a poison. And Spirit of the Swarm, it spawns tangles. Those, to me, those tangles spawn threadlings. Threadlings do damage. So that's why I said it's essentially two damage perks on this, and this is exactly why I wanted it. For ad clearance, it is such a chef's kiss. It's just beautiful synergy. Now I'm going to go over the entire build with you just so you can see everything that's going to be involved. To start this build off, we're going to go over the perks and everything that's going to be involved. Yes, we are definitely using Prismatic. As for my abilities, I will be using Phoenix Dive, which I've come to love. I will be using Burst Glide. I will definitely be using Arcane Needle. It's going to give me 3 melees. That's 3 opportunities to spread poison from far away. That's also 3 opportunities for me to create tangles, which then create threadlings. I'm going to be using Storm Grenade, which is going to make more sense a little bit later when I go over the fragments. As for the aspects, I will be using Helion, which is basically my solar turret, which when I Phoenix Dive, I have my little solar buddy on my side, and he does a lot of scorch damage, and he makes ignitions, which is amazing. I'm also going to go with Feed the Void, because why would I not go with Devour? Devour is easily one of the best fragments in this game, best perks. And with this, my Devour effects are improved, restoring additional health and grenade energy. So I'm just getting that back over and over. Now, as for the fragments, number 1, I will be using Facet of Awakening. Rapidly defeating targets with light or darkness damage or super final blows generates an elemental pickup of the matching damage type. That basically means if I'm using a strand weapon, I get tangles. If I'm using a solar energy weapon, I'm making fire sprite. Same for arc, I make ionic traces. So whatever damage type I'm using is going to create an elemental pickup when I rapidly defeat enemies with said damage. So that's a great fragment to use. Number 2, I will be using Facet of Balance. Rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy, which is perfect for my Arcane Needles. Rapidly defeating targets with darkness damage grants grenade energy, which is perfect for my Storm Grenade. Next up, Facet of Purpose. Picking up an orb of power grants either Amplified, Restoration, Frost Armor, Woven Mail, or Overshield based on the damage type of your equipped super. Again, I am using Song of Flame, which is, I think, currently the best super in the game. So I will be making Restoration. I'll be making Restoration whenever time I pick up an orb. So any orb I see on the ground, I get it, I pick it up. I have Restoration times 1. You can't go wrong with just having Restoration and just constantly getting health. So it makes sense. Next fragment, Facet of Bravery. This is more so for the second perk. It says defeating targets with grenade final blows grants volatile rounds so you avoid weapons, which we're not using. Now defeating targets with powered melee final blows grants unraveling rounds to your strand weapons, which is very important. So again, 3 Arcane Needles that are also poison. I throw one out, I damage someone, I have unraveling rounds to use with my strand weapon, and it is absolutely amazing because unraveling does a lot of damage. And on top of on top of the unraveling rounds, we also have threadlings, we also have my solar turret. A lot of things are going on at once, and it's a lot of ad clearance, which is why I say this is probably one of the best builds for ad clearance. And finally, for the last fragment, we'll be using Facet Dominance. Your void grenades weaken targets and your arc grenades jolt targets. This makes more sense because I'm using storm grenades, so I throw that out. And yeah, I'm just jolting targets, which again, I say for ad clearance. Now, if I was using, say, Nova Bomb, and then I'm gonna put on the Vortex Grenade, that makes more sense for me using it for like massive DPS. But this is all for ad clearance, which is why I said this in the beginning. So that's why I chose Storm Grenade. So these fragments synergize very well with these aspects and my abilities to just be an ad clearing maniac. As for the weapons, as you see here, I'm using the Call, which I have a crafted version with lead from gold and hatchling. Again, I'm just making little threadlings all over the place to just do a lot of damage, and this just makes sense. So I use the hell out of this. I love this weapon. For my energy weapon, I will be using No Hesitation with with Physic and Incandescent. This is one of the best primaries in the game, like top 3 easily, because this perk is amazing. All I do is just turn around. If I'm weak, I turn around, heal my teammates. I have restoration. They have restoration ×2. It's a great thing. I absolutely love this weapon. I love how they're making us have weapons that can, you know, be an actual support. And this weapon is incredible. So definitely craft a No Hesitation if you don't have one. Like it's you won't regret it. And as for my third weapon, my power weapon, this is the weapon I'm using for DPS, Microcosm. I was one of the few people, well, I'm sorry, one of the many people who probably shat on this when we first saw that trailer. I'm just like, why the hell, like Microcosm, that's it? It just does damage to shields? Bruh, let me tell you, after I pop my super, and then I use this, it does a shit ton of damage. So the way you use it, you pop your super, when your super runs out, pull out Microcosm, and it does bonus damage, like a lot. I don't know the percentages. I could probably find that out, but I'm not one of those YouTubers who have that information. Shout out to Error and all them, and Ashley Cross, who probably have like actually put the damage numbers up. But just to let you know, this does a crap ton of damage. I slept on this gun, and I regret it because it is amazing. I have not taken it off ever since I got it. Definitely use Microcosm. Not to mention using that with Kinetic Weapon Surge as well. Now, finally, to round out what I'm doing with the perks that I have on my armor set, as you see, Heavy Ammo Finder, Solar Siphon, and Strand Siphon. So I'm making orbs left and right. On my arms, I will be using Melee Kickstart Heavy Handed. On my chest piece, I will be using Double Kinetic Reserves, basically for my Microcosm. For my boots, I will be using Kinetic Weapon Surge, Innervation, and Better Already. And for my Warlock Bond, I have Time Dilation, Outreach, and Bomber. One last thing, I thought I'd go over the artifact with you just so I can show you some perks that I definitely think you should select in your artifact for this season. Highly recommend Threaded Blast. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. So you'll see me throughout the video just shooting tangles over and over. This is the reason why, because it does a huge blast for damage. So definitely recommend doing that. Also recommend Elemental Siphon. Rapid final blows with a kinetic weapon or a weapon matching your equipped super create an elemental pickup that matches your equipped super. I highly recommend these 3 as well. Void Hegemony. While you have a Void or Prismatic subclass equipped, defeating weakened targets provides a small Void overshield. Radiant Orbs. While you have a Solar or Prismatic subclass equipped, picking up an orb of power makes you radiant. Literally, as much orbs that are just dropping over and over, you just have a constant damage buff with radiant. So that's a no-brainer for you to have. Also, Galvanic Armor. While you have an Arc or Prismatic subclass equipped, incoming damage from combatants is reduced while amplified. Again, you killing things with arc damage. When you do pick up the Elemental Siphon for that, you get amplified. While you're amplified with this perk, you're basically just getting damage reduction. So highly recommend that one as well. And finally, the last 2, Expanding Abyss, Void sources deal increased damage to weakened targets. I do have a Void build. I may make a video for that one as well. So that's a perk I will definitely make sure that you have equipped for your artifact. And lastly, Shield Crush. While you have Woven Mail, Frost Armor, or Void Overshield, your melee recharges faster and deals increased damage. Or while you are Amplified or Radiant, your grenades recharge faster and deals increased damage as well. Highly recommend this perk also. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build, man. I'm gonna let some video play afterwards just so you can kind of see, you know, how it just works in general. But let me just say this ad clearing build is absolutely amazing. So trust me when I say get your hands on a Warlock Bond that has Necrotic and Swarm. I've seen some people say that it's not good, that it's kind of useless. I highly beg to differ, because for ad clearance it is absolutely amazing. If you want to get DPS, then of course you're going to want to find one with, like, I don't know, say the Star Eater perk for the where you get orbs, you overcharge your super, which I have one with Necrotic and Star Eater, which is also really good. I also have one with Inmost Light and Star Eater, which is again also really good. I just wanted this for ad clearance, so that's why I wanted Necrotic and Swarm. It is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend you try it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the build. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that comment section down below and tell me of some builds. Tell me some builds that you're currently using that you think I should try out. I'm kind of curious. Again, I appreciate all y'all for watching my videos. I hope you guys learned something from these. I hope these help you out in your future of Destiny. And yeah, I'm here to learn, man. So if you got something that you want to let me know about, do not hesitate to go in the comment section down below and tell me, and I'll try some other things. And yeah, maybe I'm missing out on something, so you let me know. With that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all. I will be putting some more videos up. I'm off break now. So yeah, just stay tuned. That being said, I'm out.
Your opponents and survive. Victory is a matter of will. I have prevented extinction-level events that were gentler than you. Fantastic work!